and this is my review on the Lego Movie. Yeah, I reviewed most of the Lego movies. I reviewed the Lego Batman movie and a redux of the Lego Batman movie again, and I did a review for Lego Ninjago movie and the Lego Movie 2, the second part, but I should do redux for those. But here's something I haven't reviewed. The first Lego Movie. Oh, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I've been a big fan of Lego, and when I first heard about this movie getting made, I really wanted to see it, and I really liked it. I like Emmett Burkowski. He's like this dopey guy, but like follows the instructions, and he's really fun, and he's voiced by Chris Pratt, and he's so lovable and silly, and he does everything by the book, but he just tries to help, and he's like this chosen one, but then he's like, we gotta follow the instructions, and they wouldn't see that. But and I love the creative worlds they go to, like Cloud Cuckoo Land and this cowboy world, and they play the movie music in a cowboy theme, which is pretty fun. And I love that Batman's like a main character, like he's not a one-off cameo. They managed to make him like a main character throughout the movie. I thought that was pretty fun. I know they're both owned by Warner Brothers, but this was still a lot of fun to have him as a main character throughout the movie. And I also like Wildstyle. She's like this tough rebel, and I like her hair and her little outfit. And I really think Wildstyle and Emmett makes a really cute couple. I really like how their friendship blossomed. It's really nice. And Will Ferrell does the voice for President Business, which is funny because he does the voice for Megamind, and he was a villain in there, but here he's like a big villain and he wants to destroy the world. Well, not destroy it, more like try to glue everyone together. And there's a thing called the Crackle, which spoiler alert if you haven't watched the first movie, but it's been 10 years since it's been out. Yeah, 10 years. Time flies. But so I think everyone can get the idea. But yeah, there's a thing called the Crackle, which is like crazy glue, which is pretty funny. And he has this idea called Taco Tuesdays to glue everyone to be in place, which is pretty crazy. And there's like a twist at the end where it's all real people. Like it's like, here's the thing, it's CG animation, but they made it look like stop motion. I heard this is Warner Brothers' first computer animated movie in a long time. So when they got to the real world, it's this little boy playing with all these toys down in the basement, and it's revealed that the big guy upstairs is the father who kind of made these models and glued them together, and he's basically President Business. And he's played by Will Ferrell, who does the voice of him, which is pretty funny. This movie was directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who are, I think, now my favorite directors because they direct so much creative Tiffany with this movie, and I love how they try to get creative with the Legos and they make everything move like Legos, and I love how fun that is, and I love the sense of humor, and I love Will Arnett as Batman. He does play a really good Batman, like it's both funny and I'm Batman, and it's a lot of fun. I love Benny, and he's voiced by Charlie Day, and he's like this cute little 80s retro spaceman, and there's this whole build up. It's like, I want to build a spaceship. No, we can't do that. And it's like, and it's twice, and it's like, oh, come on. But then he's like, I can build a spaceship. You're not gonna say no? Build away. And he gets so excited. He's like, spaceship. He flies out. He's like, spaceship. And that's like the funniest thing. I love that. I go on YouTube and see that, and it's like the funniest thing. And I love that Morgan Freeman voiced this white guy named Vitruvius, and he's really funny, and he's like plays this stoic leader, but he has a bunch of funny lines in this, which is a lot of fun. And the robot henchmen are cool. And Liam Neeson does the voice of this cop who's like bad cop and good cop, and when he's bad cop, it's like, I'm bad cop. And he does a good job playing how threatening and funny he can be. Everyone has the right type of fun and comedy, which is a lot of fun, and it's just a fun ride. And I love the opening to this movie, like with the Warner Brothers logo and the music and the build up, and it just puts me in a very good mood. I watched this on this 10-year anniversary and even posted on Instagram, but I should do a review. It's been a few months, but yeah, I did recently watch it on Netflix. I saw it was on Leaving Soon on my on my Netflix and I decide to watch it on my laptop. I own it on DVD, but I decide to just watch it for fun on my laptop because it was leaving on Netflix, and then I decide to watch it again. And then I decide to decide to do a full movie review. And I also like Nick Offerman. I think that's how I pronounce his name, Offerman. And he does the voice of Metalbeard, and because if you know his very deep, serious, funny voice of, "Hey, I'm Nick Offerman. I'm in Parks and Rec, and yeah, and it's two actors from Parks and Rec doing the voice of Lego characters. But Nick Offerman does a really funny job with being a pirate. He voices him in the most funniest way that you wouldn't suspect. I love when actors do that. And Charlie Day and Chris Pratt are in this, which is funny because this is like 9 years when they voiced Mario and Luigi in the Mario Brothers movie, which I thought was really funny. And oh, and I love Unikitty. I love when they go to Cloud Cuckoo Land and there's like this Unikitty, and she is so cute. I did watch a little bit of the cartoon. It's really cute, and she's voiced by another comedic actress. She was in I forget how her name's pronounced. She's in Community, and she voices her so sweet and cute, and there's a whole build up with how threatening and anger she can be, and it's really hilarious. And I love the ending to the Lego movie where the dad was like, "Is the construction guy talks to peasant business? What do you say?" Then the son Finn and the dad hugged, which I thought was sweet, and Emmett and person in business hugged, and I thought that was really funny. And then he turns good, and he's like, "Yeah, I found the antidote. You're all free." And I also love for those of you that don't know this, I'm a fan of big crossovers with different characters. Like you know how like there's even a Star Wars cameo, and I thought that was funny, and it's the actual voice for C-3PO, and I thought that was cool that they had the rights to do a Star Wars cameo before Disney bought it. But also Phil Lord and Chris Miller was gonna direct the Solo a Star Wars story, but then they were replaced by Ron Howard. But that's a story for another time. But yeah, I love seeing like different franchise owned by different companies doing like big crossovers, like what they did in the Lego movie. Like there's like a Simpsons and Ninja Turtles cameo, and I kind of want to think what's a Simpsons Lego movie and a Ninja Turtles Lego movie. I would definitely want to see a Lego Ninja Turtles movie and a Lego Simpsons movie, and they're all master builders. But that's funny that Millhouse is a master builder. I want to know what a Simpsons Lego world would be. I played Lego Dimensions, and yeah, if you see a poster, I own Lego Dimensions, and I have a really great time playing that game, which is funny. And but yeah, Millhouse is a master builder. But yeah, I really love like big crossovers where it's like different brands doing crossovers in a whole world. Like I even love when IDW did crazy crossovers, like with Transformers doing strange crossovers or Ninja Turtles doing fun crossovers. But a lot of people are starting to hate those. Well, maybe it's not the crossovers themselves. Maybe it's because they're not executed well. Like Ready Player One is up for debate. I really liked Ready Player One, but a lot of people think it was just cameos the movie, and even with the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie, or yeah, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Like a lot of people really hated Space Jam: A New Legacy because they all thought it was just a commercial for Warner Brothers. And even Chip and Dale, like I heard some criticism that it's just commercials the movie. Well, I think it's like you can do this kind of concept. I think you just need to find like a good balance, like with story and characters. Like look at Who Framed Roger Rabbit for an example. That had like different cartoon characters, and everyone loved those. But I think people also love the story and characters. Like if you're gonna do this, you have to put something very creative and put a lot of characters and stories that we liked and we would love to get into. Like that's I think how it works. But yeah, Lego Movie is one of those. I love the characters. I love the sense of humor. I love the comedy. I love how fun it is. I love seeing all these different characters. But yeah, I think that's it for my review. I think I talked about a lot of this. It's a lot of fun. I really recommend this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a movie wanted for years. Like as a kid, I loved playing with Lego. I own like the Lego dinosaur figures. I still have these even as an adult. I play with the Lego Spider-Man film studio sets and the Lego Alpha Squad, I think that's what it's called, and even some Lego prequel Star Wars characters and recent Star Wars. I'm such a big fan of Lego as a kid, and I loved watching the Bionicle movies as a kid. I love Bionicles, and there's even a little Bionicle cameo in the movie, but oh, sorry, that's a lawnmower. And I waited for this movie for years, and I saw it as a teenager. I was like, I think 18 when I saw this movie, but it feels like a movie that I'm like, where have you been throughout my childhood? But yeah, I hope you all enjoy my review for the Lego movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I hope you all enjoyed it, and see you next time.